You should know that it's okay to want to be confident in the bedroom. In fact, most of us, we've had to learn our way through this. So if you're watching this video and you're like, okay, I'm low-key watching this, I don't want anyone to know that I'm watching this, no shame whatsoever. It's important that we're confident in the bedroom because this is one of the most beautiful things that we can do in our lives to experience ultimate pleasure, ultimate bliss. And if you're new here, I'm Arica Angelo. I've been giving advice like this for 16 years now, so you're in good hands. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. And I've just come up with a new downloadable guide for you to put this into practice really quick. It's called 7 Exercises to Help Men Become Confident in the Bedroom. So if you want to download that, the link is in the description. I'll put it in the comments. But if you want to start practicing with these tools and this concept that I'm sharing with you, then I highly encourage you download that right now and get started. So I just did a video about this, about being confident in the bedroom. I did a live video, but this is going to be like our edited version of it. And the heartbeat of the message is that you need to understand that women do desire you, despite all the bullshit that you're seeing on social media and all over media of woke culture, just completely downplaying masculinity and how men are actually desired. It's super easy for men to get confident, to believe that they're not wanted in the bedroom, that they have to be docile, that they have to walk around with kid gloves, that they have to walk on eggshells with women. And that's just absolute bullshit, because that's not what women want. When you touch her body, she wants you to feel confident. She wants you to feel like you are going to own and protect and savor and relish and just find her body and making love to her body. Like it's the most ultimate adventure and the ultimate deliciousness that you will ever experience. But you need to know that you're wanted first and foremost. You need to know that you have permission to these God-given desires that you contain on the inside as a masculine man. Like, yes, you are wanted. Yes, your desires matter. Yes, we want you to confidently touch our bodies. And I know there's so much bullshit. It makes me so angry because it's such hypocrisy where we're telling men, like, you know, you need to just like walk on eggshells and ask. I'm not saying like obviously consent, like this is, yes, consent is incredibly important, but once she has given you that consent, you better run in there like a fucking warrior, that you really know what you're doing when you touch her body. Like, yes, women still desire this. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine that if you're getting heart surgery or brain surgery and the surgeon the whole time throughout your surgery is like, is it okay if I cut this vessel? Is it okay if I maneuver this? Is it okay if we put compression here? No, you want a surgeon who goes in and goes, give me this tool, give me that tool, turn up this, turn up that. I obviously am not a surgeon, but you know what I mean. Like, you want them to go in there with absolute confidence. And guess what? When she is experiencing you sexually, she wants you to go in there with that kind of confidence. But most of the time, men can never even step into that because you don't believe that you have permission to relish in her body, to enjoy yourself with her body, for her to enjoy you when giving you her body. I think permission is such a big thing because it cuts men's head off. Mentally, you kind of just detach from your body because you're so worked up in your head because you've been following so much bullshit on social media. And I said this in that live video, like that, the whole Me Too movement, the whole consent thing, this was predominantly around men who were assholes, who were perverts, who were just complete, you know, pedophiles, like just absolute, the most degenerate of men. And that whole thing was these men who were in secret taking advantage and abusing women. And these movements were to expose motherfuckers like those assholes. But what happened was good guys who wanted to be even better guys started watching that, and you guys started showing up like freaking wimps and pussies with women, and it completely turns women off. And guess what? It's shutting you off from your power, your masculinity, that raw energy that she wants to experience when you touch her body. So what has happened is now men are just so like terrified of women, terrified to approach them. And the reality is that you quit listening to yourself. You got so inundated with what society was saying, what social media was saying, what every movement was saying. Listen, that movement, if you're a good man and you know you're a good man, why are you paying attention to that? Pay attention to yourself. Take responsibility for yourself. Take responsibility for your own confidence when you show up with her in the bedroom, because she's going to be wanting that. Because when you show up as a wimp or you're terrified to touch her, I promise you, she's going to be so disappointed in the experience with you. She's going to go and tell her friends, he's such a nice guy, but when it came to the bedroom, it creeped me out because he was terrified to touch me. She still wants you to touch her in the bedroom, and you need to know that. Like, whatever mind blocks you have around this, it's time to trash those, because they're not serving you, because they're detaching you. They're cutting you off from experiencing pleasure. They're cutting you off from experiencing the full ecstasy of being with a woman's body, that magic, that sex magic, that sexual transmutation that can happen when two energetic people who desire one another come together, and they use that sort of life power to create and to enjoy and experience bliss, which is what we are made for. When you don't trust yourself, you don't get to have that experience. It's so important, my darling, that you feel confident in yourself. I feel like I could say this in 20 million videos, and if that's what it takes to get it through your head, that you are desirable, that women do want you, but you cannot show up as a fragile, docile man who's being controlled by media and social pressures. No. It's a man who has done his work and who faces himself and who realized that he has a gift that he gets to give her when he experiences her body, when he touches her body, when he licks her body, when he makes love to her body, when he caresses her breasts. Like, this is such a holy and powerful experience that you get to participate in. You get to lead in the bedroom. You know, my girlfriend and I were just talking, and she saw the free course. She was editing it for me. She was looking through any proofreading. She was proofreading it, looking for any errors. And there was that one part in this free PDF that I'm encouraging you to download right away. It's 7 exercises to help men to be confident in the bedroom. And there was this one part where I start talking about like taking the lead, and she was like, Yes, that is what we want. We want a man to take the lead. And you just knowing this information will give you so much confidence, knowing that that is exactly what she wants. Quit listening to bullshit of people just bringing confusion in your life. Listen, if you're watching stuff and it's bringing you more confusion, quit watching it. Be responsible for yourself. Start watching shit that actually gives you clarity. Watch information that ignites your desires, that makes you excited about being a man, makes you excited about going into the bedroom. If it excites you, if it gives you clarity, it gives you peace of mind. Follow that information. Quit listening to the naysayers. Quit allowing those videos to dictate your algorithm, because if you watch that shit, guess what? Social media is going to push more of that shit to you with their algorithms. Quit watching the naysaying shit, because it's just making you insecure. It's counterproductive to your growth. I'm going to say that again. Watching these things on social media that make you feel scared in this world to show up as a man is just taking away your power. It's just making you more insecure. It's counterproductive to your growth. And so when she was reading this, we were talking about, there's a scene, I think it's called The Tourist, with Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. And they're on this train, and she's just like, Jack, take me to dinner. Tell me where you're taking me to dinner. And he was like, oh, and she was like teaching him how to talk to her. And listen, that is still sexy to women today. And if you're believing in all these things of like women who are demonizing men or demonizing masculinity, and it's triggering you, and you can't help but believe this stuff, maybe there's a part of you that wants to believe that. Maybe there's a part of that, I'm going to get into coaching now, but maybe there's a part of you that you want someone to justify just how unworthy you actually feel. But listen, constantly staying embedded in your unworthiness and feeling like life is against you is just going to create more of that. No, I want to change that experience for you. I want you to experience feeling full in your rawness, full in your power when you take a woman to the bedroom. But the first thing you need to understand is that you have permission, that you are desirable, and that women do want you to lead. But you cannot lead if you don't feel confident about it. And so when you come to my channel, which make sure that you subscribe, make sure you like this video. And for the next month, I'm gonna be putting out content like this really, really hard, because I really want to boost your confidence. I really want you to show up in this world more powerfully. One of my dear loyal subscribers, Orville Nation, shout out to you. PJ is his name. PJ had sent me this video by Napoleon Hill about sexual transmutation. And in this video, even way back in the day, it was a known factor that men who had been the most successful and the biggest geniuses, it was always motivated by a woman. It was always that sexual energy that was motivating them and driving them that nobody else knew about. And it's like, yes, typically any successful men, there's always going to be sex involved. Why? Because the people at the top know that sexual energy is the most powerful force, one of the most powerful forces you can ever tap into. Why do you think they're coming against your masculinity? Because if they can break you down as a man and make you feel less confident, then they can control you. And if they can control you and you're supposed to be the stronger sex, then they can control women as well. Think about that. So listen, it's such a bigger conversation about you being confident in the bedroom. This is about your identity. This is about how you show up in the world as a man. This is how you are going to create your world. You're going to create your reality through your confidence in the bedroom. Make sure that you get that guide. I really want to hear in the comment section, like, what part of this really fires you up? Like, what part of this do you feel like I have permission, or Arica, damn it, I feel empowered, or like, you woke me up in this. Now listen, I know that there are still going to be the whinies who come to the comment section and tell me how hard it is and tell me how just society has screwed them over. Okay, yes, we got it. It screwed all of us over, but what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you a warrior? Are you a spiritual alpha? Are you going to do something different? Or are you going to be a victim to letting people dictate your life? Are you going to allow them to make you docile? Or are you going to take your power back by becoming confident in the bedroom and using that creative sexual force, as my therapist calls it, life force? Are you going to use that life force to rebuild and recreate your life? Or are you going to continue to be enslaved by other people's programming? I want to know, which one are you going to be? So here's another video to really support you in this. But listen, I've got a whole group of videos about this. Really watch these videos, rebuild your mind so that you can believe that you too, my dear, are desirable. I'll see you in my next video. Take care.